My name is Inatuli Sema and I'm studying law in Delhi University. NCF, when I came to NCF, that was a time I really needed some spiritual principles and understanding to grow, more matured. Because I had accepted Christ so many years ago, so this was a time that I really needed spiritual understanding to grow matured. And yeah, this is how I'm glad that I came at the right time.
I have been here in Delhi for the last a little more than 10 years, and I'm a lawyer by profession, and I work with UNHCR as a legal officer. And this is basically a UN unit which works for the rights of refugees in India. NCF has, in a way, changed. I feel it's really molded my life here in Delhi. And it's been a home away from home. And most importantly, my faith and also my identity as a Naga, those things were kept in place because of NCF, because I always came back here every Sunday, my interaction with the church elders, with Naga elders guiding me. So I think NCF has been really beneficial for me, and I'm where I am today because of NCF.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. As we begin to worship the Lord, shall I rise up? Shine in my life, shine around me, and let me be the light. Let's sing it out.
NCF is basically involved in the ministry of discipleship, and basically discipleship is developing of characters. So we exist here in order to help our young people, our youth, grow spiritually, as well as develop themselves in their values, in their Christian character.
Let us draw near to God with a sincere heart, in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled to cleanse us from a guilty conscience, and having our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful.
Everyone knows me as Auntie Mene, and my association with NCF throughout the years has been more of the role of the auntie of NCF. Overall, I am involved in this fellowship, mostly in looking after the worship sections. The way in which NCF has grown throughout the years, I can bear a witness to that in my life, in the way that I have also learned how to grow with the Lord, in the way in which my life has shaped. And so I feel privileged to be a member of this church.
Our pastor is an excellent speaker. I mean, he's a really good orator, and he's really thorough with the word, and his messages are excellent. So I learned a lot spiritually, but also in terms of my personal development, in terms of the way I address people, the way I just my lifestyle, everything was molded through NCF, because NCF is basically a disciple. It's also a youth ministry, It's like a discipleship training where we have these cell groups.
The problems that I face being in the city and with identity and how to face that as a Naga, as a Christian. I guess in that way he's help us youth, not just me. I'm sure he's helped all the youth see how we are supposed to handle those situations.
Most of our young people come from rural situations, small towns, villages. Suddenly they come to a large city, they come to a big city like Delhi, and they are faced with a lot of alternative lifestyles, a lot of issues that they had never even dreamt of back home. And so definitely some of these problems we have to tackle with. And I must say that there are some sad situations where some of our young people, they do go astray. But over the years, we have also been very happy to see many of our young people having to struggle, deal with these issues and come out and overcome it, and now developing as very mature, responsible leaders.
We have prepared some questions.
And to them, Cain answered, "Am I my brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper?" If you take this question itself, it's actually a good question. And I think it's a good question for us to ask ourselves. The priesthood of the Old Testament, all of these arguments you will find. And remember, these are people who have come from the Jewish background. So now,
Good with you. Yes. The first one person I saw today was you. Oh, is it?
Yeah, to be a Naga, it helps me identify with my people. So it is a sort of meeting ground for fellow Naga people, and it helped me open up to different aspects because I never studied in Nagaland, so this was a sort of getting to know Nagaland in a smaller way, I guess. It has helped me, meet different people from different walks of life, not just, and different races as well, different background, and to really see how different we are at the same time, when we come together in the name of Christ. It's just how similar we are at the same time, the same problems that we face as Christians, the same challenges that we face every day. Yeah, it is wider my vision at the same time, help me.
My name is Tony and I'm from Delhi, but I'm originally from Australia.
Okay. What are you doing here in Delhi?
I'm doing some business.
Okay. Since how long is it training Naga Christian fellowship?
About 12 months or so.
Okay. So how do you find the fellowship?
Very good, very good.
Okay.
Very good singing.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Steve Arnold.
Okay. Where are you from?
From Canada.
Okay. Your wife?
This is my wife Cindy.
Okay. So how long is it you all have been part of Naga Christian fellowship?
For about three and a half years we've been attending here.
Okay. Good. How do you find the fellowship here?
It's been excellent. The pastor Ricky Madam has been very good, and the fellowship with the other Christians has been wonderful.
Okay. What is the the best thing about Naga Christian fellowship that you find here?
Very much a family environment, and also with the youth and the young university students, there's lots of enthusiasm and joy.
Okay.
My name is Rosier de Souza. I'm from Brazil. This is my family, my wife, my daughter Juliana, Sabrina. This is my friends Priscilla, Jusilândia. I have in Nagaland Fellowship 1 year.
Okay.
1 year. It's very nice people.
Okay. How do you find the fellowship here?
Mr. Caldeira, he introduced this church for us, and it was really nice.
Okay. How do you like the praise and worship?
They're really nice, and they truly worship them, God, and it's very understandable letters, and it's nice.
How do you find the messages preached by Reverend Dr. Ricky Mato?
They're very, very good. Yeah.
For being a part of this church?
Thank you.
This NCF is not only for the Nagas alone. And I always used to say that the disadvantage that we have back home, because we do not have a language, one common language. We speak so many languages. God has used the disadvantage, the cultural disadvantage, the political disadvantage, and all these things, the social disadvantage. He has used this disadvantage into his advantage, because we have a worship service in English. And this is the way in which so many people, not only people in India or the neighboring countries, but people from all over the world.
And one reason why they love to come to our fellowship is because of the wonderful singing. We have a very good singing group. And also they like to see a local flavor. They come to a church where we speak in English, and it is a tribal group. And so for them it is a kind of a novelty. And also we try our best to make sure that we give quality sermons, messages on Sundays, spiritual feedings. And so that is why over the years we have become a kind of an international Christian fellowship, as well as a local Naga Christian fellowship. Besides our Sunday worship services and our weekly Bible study groups, each year we have an international food festival, as well as a music concert. The International Food Festival, we feature the cuisine of the various nationalities who are members of our congregation. So it's always a very popular event. Besides that, we have an annual youth camp every year, wherein not only our young people, but we have young people from other countries. They come and join us. Every year, we are happy that we have candidates who come up requesting for baptism. And this comes not only from some of our young people who grew up from a nominal Christian background, who have hardly had any Christian or church activities, and they want to get baptized, and they want to reaffirm their faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. But we have also had people from various other faiths, who wants to know more about the Bible, about Jesus Christ. And some of them, after joining our Bible study groups, they have come and they have requested for baptism, and we have given that. People from other nations who have also come and requested us. And so we have been able to give them water baptism and welcome them into our congregation. And many of them are active members now of our congregation. I'm happy to say that NCF is a thriving ministry all over India. There are at least 12 active NCF units all over India, besides Delhi. And I must say that the number of our young people studying in major metros in India has grown over the years. And wherever our young people gather, I'm happy to say that whether there are full-time workers to encourage them or not, our young people, they do gather and fellowship. And so we have NCF units all over the country, and I'm happy to say that many of these are doing very, very well. Thank you very much.